friends and family and curious MS people. My name is Joni. Of course, most of you already know that. I am documenting my MS experience, and I actually had the idea I was going to take my little flip cam to the infusion center today and kind of let y'all see what goes on there. This week I'm doing sodium medrol and Novatron chemo infusions for my MS because I'm in the middle of a really bad flare-up, and that's one way that we can treat it. But I was having such a hard time this morning, today, that was the last thing on my mind, was videoing myself, literally out of my mind with pain and tears in my eyes, and nobody wants to see that. So I'm doing a little bit better now. I'm home. I go back every day. I get to come home with this beautiful little rig IV that I walk around with for a week, and people probably think I've escaped from the hospital, but my veins are all blown out, so once we get into viable IV in, we leave it in as long as we can, because I don't have any good veins left, as you can see from this arm where we've destroyed all of those this week. So it is what it is. Anyway, I just wanted to talk a little bit about what happens when you have a flare-up. It's different for different people, and even different for the same person from flare-up to flare-up. In May, it'll be 3 years that I was diagnosed with MS, and the way it happened was I went to sleep one night with a little bit of a headache, and woke up the next morning. I couldn't move my legs. I couldn't see. It's very sudden, and I spent a couple of weeks in the hospital. I went back and forth with some diagnostic testing, MRIs, CAT scans, lumbar punctures, spinal taps, which no fun. I don't recommend them. And they concluded that's what it was. I've had some good weeks and months in between, and where I feel okay, and there's some residual pain and damage done, but I spent a long time in a wheelchair, but I was able to get up and out of that, go with a cane, sometimes absolutely nothing, just walk on my own power, which is great. Right now I'm back on the cane for now, just because I'm having a lot of tremors in my leg and weakness, pain. So it is what it is. But it comes and goes kind of thing. The last 5 days have been rough. I was doing very well, and once again it hit me right out of the blue. This has probably been the worst pain episode that I've had since the first one. Just sometimes unbearable. But as I get the treatments, that helps. It'll start to subside, and I'm pretty tough, so deal with it. I go in every day to an infusion center on Jefferson Highway. My neurologist sends me there. They hook me up to my IV. Very lovely nurses there, take good care of you. And they pump this medicine into my veins for a little over an hour. It makes me really sick, nauseous. They give me something for nausea, but it doesn't last. And there's a lot of icky side effects. It burns your mucous membranes in your nose and mouth and all over, and a lot of fatigue, but still you can't sleep for days because you're on high power steroids. Just to give you an idea, if you ever had a steroid shot for an allergy or something, a normal high dose is 125 milligrams once. For this treatment, they're giving me 1,000 milligrams every day. So that gives you a little bit of an idea how excessive it is. So yeah, sleep is out of the question, but I'm completely fatigued and tired, dealing with pain, and the other side effects of it. Not so easy, but it's doable. There's a lot worse things happening to people. Just today, the lady that was next to me, the infusion center set up like a bunch of recliners in a row with IV poles. So you sit next to somebody and chances are you start chatting with them. And there's patients in there, cancer patients, anybody that's getting kind of chemo, anything like that. The lady I was sitting next to today, very sweet, probably in her 60s, has cancer, brain cancer and bone cancer. And she told me that if she goes 6 months, she'll be lucky. She'll be gone in 6 months. But she never stopped smiling the whole time I talked to her. She had the best attitude and just gratitude for life and the people around her. And I find that a lot with people in that situation. I think that's interesting because the people that are suffering and know that they're at the end of their life, or for some reason I think they have a clarity and all the BS goes out the window and it's just, undiluted life for the rest of the time that you have. And so I know people have it a lot worse than me. That's one thing that I try to be cognitive of, remember, as I go through this, so that I don't start to feel sorry for myself, because that's not good. One of the worst enemies for this disease is stress, and I've been under considerable amount of personal stress for the last month, and I think maybe that contributed to this level of flare-up. I don't know. Nobody knows what causes it. They just know that stress is a very big factor. So, try to keep some stress out of your life too. It's not good for any of us. So yeah, I go into the infusion center every day. I think I might try to do something from the infusion center tomorrow or Friday, so you gotta get an idea of what goes on. But for a lot of people, it's just a way of life. They go in, get the medicines they need to stay alive, and keep going. Fortunately for me, it's only a couple of times a year, maybe 4 times. And I actually feel very lucky because I didn't have to be admitted to the hospital this time. I've been in the hospital the last 3 years, I think 19 times, for 4 or 5 days at a time. And I'm over it. So working with my neurologist, we were able to do outpatient. So I'm very grateful for that because I get to come home at night and, shower in my own shower, sleep in my bed, work on some of my paintings. This is what I'm working on right now. Have to keep it simple right now because my hands are shaky, and obviously my painting hand is a little distracted. But I am still painting because I have 2 big shows this weekend. Saturday and Sunday at the Home and Garden Show at the Superdome, and Saturday at the Ferret Market on Ferret Street. So you should come out and see me. My friend Ramona will be working the Home and Garden Show Saturday, selling my artwork, and I'll be at Ferret. So go see her, come see me, and hopefully I'll have my IV out by then, so I'll just have some tracks up and down my arms. People think, having more fun than I should. But hopefully won't be any IVs dangling out. And yeah, so that's where I'm at. Trying to rest up, get some painting done, and soldier through. Sometimes I get accused of being too positive and upbeat. Or people say things like, "Oh, you're so brave." And that always makes me feel weird, funny, because to me someone who's brave is someone who does something that's over and above, a valiant act. What I'm doing, I don't have a choice. I do mine. This is selfish reasons, to stay alive, to be able to function. So for me, I don't consider it brave. I consider it doing what I have to do. And trust me, there's moments that no one sees, or that very few people see, where I'm not at all strong, courageous, or brave. I try to keep, as few people as possible to see those moments, because I'm a little sensitive about it. But yeah, staying positive and upbeat is important, because otherwise, if you get too down and depressed about it, I don't think that's good for the disease itself or your mental state. So for the people that have accused me of being too positive or not really sharing the hard parts of it, that's why. But I'm starting to learn to share some of the not so pretty parts. And it's not a pretty disease, I say that often. Certainly not a glamorous thing. It's taken me a long time to be more open about it, talk about it, but I'm making some progress. So anyway, I just wanted to do a little video blog, let people know how I'm doing, and remind you to come out to the Fruit Market Saturday and buy some of my artwork to help me support my very expensive taste of diseases. And come say hi. Even if you don't buy anything, come say hi. And go to the Home and Garden Show and look for the Plaquemines Cat booth. My friend Ramona is going to be there. It's a great cause for no-kill feline rescue. And I've donated some artwork, and she's selling some more artwork for me there. So, yep, that's your commercial. Alright, thanks, and I will continue this probably from the infusion center later in the week. Thanks for being interested enough to listen and taking the time. And learn all you can about neurological disorders, because 1 in 3 people are affected, and there's just not enough study and not enough research on it, and chances are you'll know someone other than me in your lifetime that'll be greatly affected by it. So take a look at it. Okay, thanks.